and Loriak, the twin shields of Mithril, enemies of darkness, the eternal protectors. May they be blessed with the strength of the gods during their eternal vigil. And then, kind of roughly carved into the stonework in other places, in almost like a graffiti-like carving, the elven words, "Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! When does eternity cease? All shall join us in damnation," and just these slow, just kind of descent into insanity. These small quips every here and there. And a doorway to the north, leading into a room beyond where torchlight can be faintly seen just beyond this 20-foot ledge.
Oh. Guys, whatever is here isn't sane anymore. This is... Has anyone been in a crypt before?
Oh, yeah, I have.
There's light
It
coming
just all
from
makes
this
perfect
room.
sense to me.
Joey, as you start to step towards that next doorway, Corin, Jimmy, and Heron see movement through the wall behind Joey as a figure steps out from the ethereal. She looks to be garbed in elegant silks with dark hair, numerous piercings, and striking facial tattoos. She steps through the wall, and Joey, you hear this soft voice speaking behind you in Elvish. Chai Eseo? Asking who you are.
I'm Joey Fisher. He says
Continuing
in Elvish.
Continuing
And it's kind of like, you know how, like...
know why you're here.
You know how, like, when we learned Spanish and you're like, me llamo Nick. Like, that's what it's like. It's like his...
Broken Elvish.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, La Susi Joey Fisher.
Yeah, little creature.
And Iron Hand.
Salutations, Mr. Fisher. Why are you here? What do you want?
I look for children.
As her eyes kind of drift to Corin and Jimmy and over to the doorway where Heron is standing, I recall others passing through here. They had children with them. But as she kind of drifts back towards the wall a little bit and clutches tightly at her chest, but they were cruel. They would not speak with me. They passed through the archway to the north after using magic upon it.
Those...
I don't suppose any of you are holy men, clerics, priests, or the like.
I wish I could answer.
I recognized a few of those words. Heron is a druid.
Does your druid know of the rituals to put one's bones to rest?
Hey, Heron. Do you know how to put one's bones to rest?
Would, like, gentle repose be the equivalent of that?
It might. Has Heron ever had to put a spirit to rest before?
Probably.
Jimmy has put
he's been in
many
the
a
forest
spirit
quite
to
a
rest.
bit. And if it's lurking with as much undead as we've seen, I'm sure he's put many souls to rest.
So Heron's probably aware that there are like some holy rituals that can be used to like purge undead, or like burning of the bones, or like disposing of the body will prevent it from ever coming back. Like if the spirit is still here, it's because it's being tied to its remains, which have to be here somewhere. Typically, spirits only linger or remain because of some sort of unfinished business on the material plane. Something that typically means that they would even be willing to sacrifice their own soul to see through. But it's more often than not that many of these ghosts, as passionate as they were in life about remaining behind, slowly lose sense of their memories and who they were in that previous life. And though that dedication they had to whatever cause they had originally slowly fades as their memories drift away from their ethereal forms, remaining lingering ghosts and spirits with unfinished business.
I suppose it would depend on how long the soul has been separated from its body, as well as, if they actually want to be put to rest, things like that. And I'm not certain. I'm certainly not holy, but I know of some rituals that could possibly help.
If you think you can remove that which binds me to this place, perhaps I can help you pass safely.
Sí, muy bien. Gracias, E2.
Of course, I can't make any promises.
I understand. And her speaking in common sounds very broken as well, as she tries to reply to Heron. Almost very reverse of what Joey's doing with Elvin.
Omelette du fromage.
Oui, monsieur.
I
sorry,
speak
I don't
broken
speak
goblin.
under common.
So they went this way?
She points to that door that Joey was about to step through. Watch your step. It's quite a steep ledge.
Okay.
There's a small platform just beyond that doorway, and then like a 20-foot drop. Or turning to your left, there's a stairwell that sharply descends down.
Joey will go down the stairs.
In this
wait, before he goes down the stairs, he's gonna turn back and he's gonna say, sorry, I didn't get your name.
I remember being called Loriak.
Oh, thank you for helping us, Loriak.
Thank you for helping me, Mr. Fisher.
You're welcome.
Joey, you turn your attention back into the room beyond, and on that far wall, you can see another large stone gate, similar in design to the one that you guys passed through before, with slightly different runes, gargoyles, and carvings across the front of it.
Heron, there's another strange door in here.
Leading your way up through the north of this room are a row of torches that are illuminating these 6 wooden racks that all have varying bits and bobs of equipment across them. Simple rack with a dark green cloak draped over it, and that cloak has a leathery parchment with some elven words scribbled onto it. The next rack holds a full set of gleaming armor, a short sword sheathed at its side, but the shield of the armor looks to be missing. The third rack has a draped-to-pile leathery coat and pants set accompanied by what could either be a mask or a cap, crowned with dark locks. The next rack is an intricate compilation of leathery objects that appear to have been sewn together in the rough form of a grotesque humanoid. The figure is posed in a manner implying worship in the direction of the northern door. The second to last rack holds together a series of dark sinews that form the shape of a humanoid, and the final rack displays an immaculate set of distorted bones. While the figure is vaguely humanoid, something has clearly warped the proportions, elongating the limbs, fingers, feet, and teeth.
I think clearly the last one is a rat.
I don't like it here. I just wanted to go fishing this morning.
Can I make an armor check or a history check?
Armor check?
Sure thing.
Armor check penalty. That used to be a thing.
Okay. Can I have
Yeah.
advantage since I'm a blacksmith and that's a nice set of armor?
Absolutely.
Yeah, blacksmith. Blacksmith's rule.
Ratsmith's rule. Ooh, good job.
Corn, it's nothing you've ever seen before, but even the dwarves have their own sort of respected gossip about mithril. And seeing a full suit of mithril armor in front of you and a mithril sword is, I mean, even though it's elven craftsmanship, it's pretty damn fine work. And you've heard tales of this Loriac and the twin mithril shields. This place, like, as Joey's been reading off those inscriptions, like it's ringing some vague bells, like you might have heard a drunkard boasting about it once upon a time. Nothing you might have ever taken too seriously.
Boy, that's some damn fine armor right there.
Is there any, before you touch anything, we should probably check out the writing on that there door.
I'm not touching any of this. It's all cursed.
I don't know. That armor looks sweet.
Jimmy is like looking at this fourth set of armor, and it looks vaguely like what rats would do if they wanted to assimilate a human.
Roll me a medicine check, Jimmy.
I am so good at this. Let's go.
It should be great.
Oh, 14.
Yeah, Jimmy!
I mean,
Jimmy the
you
rat.
definitely recognize the muscle tissue and organs that have been formed together into this humanoid shape, this stitched together monstrosity of organs. And you can faintly make out these strong smell of sterile cleaning fluids and powerful chemicals about this space.
There was very smart rats that prepared such a devious set of armor. Statue. Likeness of being. I'm gonna try to take it. Does this look like something I could put on?
I mean, it
Like
looks
a flesh suit?
like a scarecrow made of human organs and muscle tissue.
I am currently wearing a scarecrow, so let's go for
You're
it.
wearing a scarecrow's outfit. You're not wearing the scarecrow.
You know what?
This would be
the rat.
the human equivalent of straw. This is what goes inside of most scarecrows.
Oh, well.
Is Jimmy attempting to wear the insides of a person on his person?
No, that's far too
I'm going to ask
grotesque.
for a sanity check on that one.
Yeah. I might just do it. I'm gonna feel like this is a willpower, so I'm gonna go wisdom. 10. Even keel. I don't know what that means.
Jimmy, as you reach out and scoop up this figure of human meat bones, elven meat bone, not bones, just elven meat organs and muscles, it's very awkward to carry. It's heavier than it looks, and you find yourself almost wrestling with it a little bit. And the rest of you start to see as this muscly tissue starts to almost hug around Jimmy, as it starts to very tightly constrict him. Jimmy, is a natural 20 for a 25 as these muscles start to wrap around, constrict, and just crush Jimmy into this death hug. Jimmy, you take 19 points of bludgeoning damage on this
Oh.
critical hit as you start to get smothered. And you are effectively restrained, blinded, and at the risk of suffocating right now.
I am become.
How would you like to
Rat King.
react?
I'm gonna try to extricate myself from the flesh. I'm gonna try to pull it away from my mouth so that at least I can breathe.
Roll me an athletics check to try and break free.
All right, hold on. You gave me some conditions. Do any of those give me disadvantage?
Restrained.
That's disadvantage. All right.
Disadvantage on dex saves, so no.
Oh,
No.
oh, hello. All right. Athletics.
Be free!
22.
Never again, Jimmy!
22.
Never again! You pull yourself free and are able to gasp for breath.
Not. That is not what I meant for it to do.
You wanted to wear
Anything
it.
else you want to try and do?
I could breathe.
As you
I'm
see
gonna-
it start reaching for you again.
I'm gonna just try to peel as much of it away as possible.
Can I
This
react to it?
It's living.
Not faster than Jimmy.
Okay.
Jimmy's gonna try to just shake it, like peel the pieces off and get himself
Using
away
your
from it.
hands.
Yes.
Just roll me an unarmed attack.
Oh God.
Do you not want to make an unarmed attack against it?
No, I do. 23.
23 hits as you start punching this muscle dummy in front of you.
Fight like a rat.
Roll some damage.
Right into statue kidney. I throw a punch to try to get it to convulse in a way that would go ow and arch the back so that way I could pull open whatever sinew is over the front of his body so he can try to step out and away from it.
Heron, you watch as Loriak winces as she almost like grips about where her kidney would be. And for a moment, it's like she feels the punch that Jimmy is making before Jimmy connects with the second blow and just knocks out this meat sack as it falls back into the rack and just sort of slumps back over into a pile of meat. Joey, what would you like to do?
Oh gosh.
So it's like reaching out and like attached itself to him?
It did. It did him like a death bear hug. Then he punched it and seemed to knock it unconscious. back
And then
into
your
a meat
ghost
pile.
friend was like, ow.
Okay. Maybe don't do that.
Got it. Bad idea.
What are the two words scrolled on the on number 1?
It looks to be written in this reddish ink, scrawled out in Elvish, reading, "I'm sorry."
Oh my god, this elf was flayed into 6 parts.
Jimmy, roll me a sanity check
Oh my god!
as Jimmy
Okay.
pieces together what this room is about.
Yeah, no, I just
Oh
put
my
it
God.
together too.
This is gonna break my mind. I'm gonna go in intelligence. 12 intelligence.
Jimmy, there's this uncomfortable feeling that you were nearly just killed by, I guess it's cursed muscle mass. You've never experienced anything like this before. You are very much out of your depth, as you don't feel like you might have the gall of what it takes to keep on going. You're not a hero. You're a rat catcher. This is very much beyond your pay grade. And you start to just unconsciously shake just a little bit, uncontrollably.
Oh,
He sits down in the middle of the tiles and the floor of all of the 6 parts of what he assumes is this poor elf's body. He turns his helmet so he can't see the danger, grabs his knees, and just starts shaking on the ground. And he's kind of quietly sobbing to himself.
Loriak. Is she like following us?
She's back in the room with Heron and Corin.
Joey's gonna go around.
But if you call towards her, she does drift into the room.
Are these your remains or the remains of the other person that shared this tomb with you?
There's a moment as she drifts into this room and down towards one of these displays. She takes a moment and inspects the armor. I recall wearing this as she traces her hand across the breastplate of it. A long, long time ago. These are my things, yes. As she drifts up to the next rack at the pile slumped by Jimmy's feet, and she just kind of freezes as this spirit just starts to almost subconsciously bite at her nails. And she just kind of pauses there for a moment. These are not the remains of Cal Paris. Where is he? Where is Cal? As she starts drifting this way and that.
Can I see the door from where I am?
Yeah, looking across the way, you can see it's very similar to the makeup of the last one. This second archway, similar in construction to the Great Gate, with 6 white-blue torches casting light on these ancient characters, with a different set of distinctive runes carved in draconic and hideous gargoyles that make up this archway. The figures represented comprise of stern-faced humanoids, ravenous monsters, and freakish abominations, and 2 massive cycloptic gargoyles are carved around the upper edges of this 30-foot-high archway, and their hands seemingly stretch up to hold the top of this archway, which is flattened to accommodate the ceiling. The archway's double doors are crafted from 2 massive pieces of gnarled white wood, and a single inscription is carved across its surface.
Heron, it's more of that language you read.
There's there's draconic.
Get on the door.
Oh, infernal or draconic?
I don't know.
Oh, out of character.
Oh, it's draconic.
Now that you've stepped into the room. Heron, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Let's go.
We did it!
Heron, you get a little bit closer and can make out that this door actually has seams, unlike the one you guys entered through previously. The marks at the base of this door seem to indicate that the door simply pulls open. As you get a little bit closer and inspect it a little bit better, you can see these gargoyle statues appear to have seams around their massive arms, implying that perhaps they opened the door. Getting a little bit closer as Joey brings his torchlight up to bear, you can see that The heroes on the seams of these statues look to cause the arms themselves to collapse the ceiling above, should they be triggered. Simply pulling open the door would trigger a trap, but it could be disabled with a successful dexterity check. Effectively, there's like a giant boulder perched above these doors. Just opening them will drop that boulder. And you can see that inscription across the doors is infernal, reading, "He sees you without sight. Do you seek him?"
Can I... Anyone got good dex?
Yup.
It's not negative if that's what you're asking.
I haven't changed my health on. That's more like it.
You know what?
Oh, no.
Let's fucking go. That's my answer. Let's fucking go.
Would it just be a straight dexterity check?
If you're trying to
disarm it?
disable the track, yeah.
Yeah.
You get advantage for using Mason's tools or Thieves' tools. I don't know if anyone has those.
I do.
No.
Jimmy, the batshit insane crazy person, has them.
Hey, Jimmy, buddy.
Does Herod say anything?
Yeah, he's gonna approach. He's gonna be like, "Hey, buddy, we can think you could open these doors." It needs a bit of a finer touch.
The touch of the claw of the rat. That's precisely what I can do. Yes, I can help. So I'll pull out some thieves' tools and attempt to disable the trap.
Right. Your dex check with advantage.
Okay. Natural 22.
Oh, that counts!
Jimmy comes in through.
That's
Everybody watches as Jimmy messes with the lock of the door for some time and some time longer. Nobody hears any audible clicking or ticking from inside of the door, but at one point Jimmy just confidently declares that that's it. And as he swings the doors open, everybody looks above in horror as the arms of those massive gargoyles remain stationary. And they do not flatten Jimmy like a rat under a mallet as these doors are unlocked.
Hey,
The rat ring grants their blessing into the next room.
Beyond this door, a dark passage made from numerous large stones, this 30-foot wide hallway with rancid decay of airflow continues to creep out, oddly moist and cold despite the chill, darkness, and feelings of unease. The hallway continues to stretch beyond your field of vision.
What kind of armor is the mithril armor?
It's mithril armor. Sorry,
The
Mithril plate
exact
armor.
make.
It's plate armor?
mithril plate armor.
Oh, that's cool.
That shit is cursed as fuck. I do love me some mithril plate though.
That
No
would look so
disadvantage on
cool.
stealth.
Yeah, I don't know how to even wear it or use it, so no. Okay, we're just gonna go.
I'm wearing fucking baskets and like a scarecrow for armor. I couldn't possibly imagine full plate.
As this figure drifts in front of Heron and Joey, as Jimmy and Corin are already stepping towards the doors, he drifts just in front of the two of you. Then you will not help me? We'll continue after the others.
Oh, right.
Oh, this. Oh, we have to
Oh.
help her with this.
Oh,
with
wait,
these
hey,
things?
hey, y'all, wait, hold up a sec.
Hold on.
Sorry,
Oh,
I apologize. I could be a little dense. Do we need to put you back together, piece you back together
we
again,
do.
or how do we put her to rest, Heron?
Oh God.
Do we just have to free her stuff from each of these racks?
The Rat King dictates that all parts must be put into a pile, and then a whole can be made from the parts.
I
Hey,
mean, I was gonna suggest
Loriak,
burning them.
I got
perhaps.
a problem though. Those can't be your bones, right? He like points at the final rack.
I don't know for sure. I've never seen them myself.
But that doesn't look like you.
That's fair.
What do your bones look like?
Well, they look like the structure of my face. See, when I catch a fish and I pull out their bones, it usually looks like the shape of that fish. Those bones don't look like the shape of you.
Those don't look like fish bones.
They don't look like elven girl bones either.
I'm not sure what you're implying.
Well, those look all warped and elongated and, with the fingers and the teeth. That's not what you look like, is it?
Were you a really tall elven individual?
About as tall as I am now, I would suppose. It's strange.
Insight check
Difficult
the
to
ghost.
remember. Absolutely. Roll an insight check, Aaron.
15.
Nice.
Aaron, you read that she seems more confused than you would expect. And she seems scared. Like she's been trapped here. And she might be a little bit off-putting, but you would attribute that more to her being left alone for such an expansive period of time.
Okay.
But she does seem like actually scared that you guys will leave her alone in here.
Yeah, no, y'all, the best idea I have is putting all the pieces back together and see what happens.
Can I ask her in the ghost in Elvish?
Wait, hold on. I don't think all of this stuff belongs to her. I think some of this stuff belongs to her. Because there's 2 sets of clothes here. Because on the third rack is draped a pale, leathery, coated pants set accompanied by what would either be a mask or cap crowned with dark locks. And this
That's
other
her flesh
one
and hair.
has the full set of armor.
That's her flesh and hair. The others
Yeah,
are
that's
meat.
her. That's her skin and her hair.
Oh, gross.
And then, as well as the, I assume the mannequin thing also kind of has some stuff.
She takes a moment and she seems to have a look of recognition as her finger drifts and points down to a small silver band across her wedding finger. The wedding finger of the skeletal figure that adorns the same ring that this spectral figure has. I recognize that. That was my wedding band.
Hey,
It was a gift from the Elven Council so that we wouldn't have to eat or drink for the remainder of our watch.
what were
We
you
only
watching?
require
down here exactly?
See her like shake her head a little bit and then harder and harder. I can't remember.
Does the name, or does the nameless one, or what was the name of the thing that was the spirit?
The silent one?
The silent one ring a bell?
You see almost immediately her whole posture shifts, like in a split second. Her hair starts to stand up on end as if the static electricity is building in this room. Her eyes go from this pale white to a deep black. Her skin goes from this pale coloration to this gray, gaunt, almost hallowed features. The skin of her cheeks sinks and her eyes hollow out, and she takes on this almost spectral visage for this moment, and then it's gone as she just starts to almost faintly weep as her body vanishes from the material plane.
The fuck just happened?
And everybody continues to hear this weeping sound echoing in this chamber. Almost like it's echoing off of the racks in front of you.
We should get out of here.
Rob, maybe we can help run our way back. If we live that long.
Where the hell is Jimmy? Jimmy, come back!
Jimmy's gone.
He gone.
Jimmy's already descended into that pitch black void.
Oh god. That is a nice set of armor, though. If I live, I'm coming back for it. I'm gonna start my life as an adventurer.
You could sell that thing and buy a house.
Oh, I would be set for life. I'd never have to work
Set for
again.
That's like 2K straight up.
As you guys progress onward cautiously, continuing down this dark passage for hours, prepared for whatever horrors this place has to offer, you find only more of the same, as these bare yet sturdy stone walls and evidence of the passage of countless years since its construction continue to drift slightly downward at this slight descent as you continue for hours and hours, passing by hundreds upon hundreds of these elven skeletal figures, each in these particular alcoves. The sacrifices these elves made to seal this entity in this pocket dimension. As you guys continue to pass through this tunnel, little else seems to change until in the distance you see another superficial archway. Through this archway, you can make out several figures beyond. They seem to be all gathered about just beyond this doorway. It looks to open up into a larger room. About 600 feet away, you can see several more of these cultists that look to be pushing a couple of children into position. They look to be gathering up around this large altar in the middle of this space. Several runes look to have been drawn up, and several pools of blood have already been used to spell out and inscribe some of these markings across the ritual's floor. I'm going to move you guys over to this map so you have a better idea of what it looks
Ryan.
like.
God, Ryan.
Jesus,
As you guys are
fuck.
approaching from the south, you see a couple of kids loosely scattered about this spot. Some of them look to have been already sacrificed and are contributing to the material components of this ritual as one lone cultist stands at the end of this path that overlooks this large expanse that dips down into something. Who would like to lead the party forward?
Jimmy.
Jimmy, as you take one step through this doorway, you find yourself rapidly advancing. The 600 or so feet rapidly becomes about 60. As the rest of your party looks as Jimmy is now about 600 feet away from you, and about 30 to 60 feet away from these cultists inside.
Moving at the speed of rat.
We chase after Jimmy.
Your tokens.
Fucking Heron's about
Jesus
to
Christ,
die
Ryan.
already.
Jimmy,
Jimmy's
how
seen
far
some
above
shit.
in front of the party would you like to get?
Well, they were investigating and talking to that elf lady for quite a while, so I think I'm at least 90 feet in front of the party.
And you maintain that distance for the hours and hours
yeah.
of the descent?
Yep, 100%.
All right.
Nobody said anything to him, so he just kept going.
The rest of the party
helping
watches.
the elf.
I can't speak Elvish. It was gibberish.
Get to my page.
Oh my god, I got so many of those little handout things. I had to close some of them.
Where did it go? There we go. As Jimmy leads this party of perpetual heroes forward towards this final showdown to battle this cult leader and hopefully prevent the nameless god from waking from his slumber. As the characters pass themselves through this archway, they teleport to within a few dozen feet from these figures that were moments ago like a quarter mile away. Those figures stand nearby this massive pit, which separates the party from three children. Those from the town would recognize Daniel, Baron, and Catherine, who look to stand together motionless, facing away from the party. Pit is revealed to be where a source of light is faintly emanating from, this purplish reddish glow. The pit itself is deceptively large, about 300 feet in diameter as Jimmy gets closer.
Oh my god.
Jimmy, as you are the first to approach, you hear this large, grandiose voice echoing throughout this chamber, continuing to speak in this infernal language. Asandirasala Tahafuikma. And as these cries are being spilled out, you start to sense a stirring of urgency about this place as each of these ritual circles with bodies inside of them, all except for the one, start to glow as the blood spilled out begins to boil like pasta water. It just begins to boil as you approach. Jimmy, is there anything you would like to do?
Yeah, his mind has been broken at this point. Seeing the three-eyed, silent one, just all of the undead things. He's a simple man, and his mind has been broken. So he is just going to zombie walk, double move towards the lead cultist person. "60 feet on his turn."
As you start to approach, go ahead and roll into initiatives. Everyone else
boy.
watches Jimmy get ever closer. What would the
Jimmy,
rest of
come
you like to
back.
do?
I'm gonna add a D8 to that.
It chased after him, of course.
And feel free to roll into initiative.
Oh
Ready for
boy!
the final confrontation.
Here I go, killing again. Hey, that's the best
Hey!
initiative I've gotten so far.
That's the same initiative as old Jimmy Ratsbane. I had to use a resource to get there.
That's interesting.
What's interesting?
Nothing.
What's interesting, Ryan?
Oh, so many things. Jimmy, as you are approaching, you watch as these bubbling pools of blood continue to almost... It's very weird. If you've ever watched the chemical reaction for something like elephant toothpaste,
Yep.
as suddenly these columns of blood immediately almost expand from these pools.
It's like thousands
Has
of rats
dozens-
climbing on top of each other.
And dozens of voices all just start speaking out. Nothing that you can quite make out, but just hundreds of voices start echoing in this chamber. As these mouths just start to open up and yellow eyes start to blip open from these pools of blood, as these gibbering, aberrant mouths of blood just start to whisper these sweet nothings, gibbering incoherently. And they start to move.
I know the rat god is here, and he's bringing his legion upon us as we walk through the valley of the shadow of all that is unholy and filled with the plague. Jimmy just starts walking down this fucking plague.
Jimmy starts walking.
Jimmy Crack Corn, he don't care.
He don't care.
Jimmy Crack Corn, he don't care.
Sean runs a corn
Oh,
farm.
God.
I don't think it's my turn, so I'm gonna see where
This
it's.
is awful.
It's Jimmy's turn now.
Okay, Jimmy's gonna move. He's gonna move 60 feet. Double move. Just
Double moves.
chanting some kind of Catholic rite against the rat infestation.
Right. Joey Fisher.
Oh my god. What is this thing? Ugh,
Gibbering abomination.
it's so far away. Okay. So Joey is going to move 30 feet. And I guess shoot a crossbow at this thing.
All right. Roll to attack.
9.
9 is just what you needed to hit.
Oh, let's go!
These things are slow, gibbering pools of
Well,
blood.
7 points of piercing damage.
7 piercing damage.
That's it. That's all I got.
Bolt sinks into its side, and for a moment, some of those whispering voices are hushed in their echoes before more mouths seem to spout from this wound, as more teeth seem to gnaw and gnash, as more voices start to spill out.
Oh, what the fuck?
Anything else you'd like to do?
Oh, I'd like to do more, but that's all I got in me.
And Heron Kiamrek.
Did we get a short rest anywhere in between the last combat and here?
No.
No, you ran all the way through
Okay.
the tunnel.
That works for me. Just wanted to make sure.
Opted not to.
No,
You
You
ran
know,
ahead
I-
when everyone else was talking.
have to
So they
save the
had to
children.
chase.
That's okay.
Right?
Yeah, you know,
It's
like, because if we hadn't, you know, this ritual probably been complete. Oh, wait.
It's gonna be me. Summer, are you there? Oh no, our healer is gone.
Summer?
Summer twists her head and just
She
says,
did
BRB,
BRB like a couple minutes ago.
Oh, that's true. Well, Corin, let's see your healing spells.
Or an iron hand.
Oh, please be a last minute wood level dip cleric.
Corin, congratulations. You are now the party healer. What would you like to
Oh,
do?
she's back. She's back.
Smite.
Hey!
Oh, I got
wanna
it
smite.
just
I
in
wanna
time,
smite.
guess.
Oh, perfect.
Yes, please save us
Summer.
from my madness.
Heron is up.
Okay. What did I miss?
Jimmy is making his way forward. The pools of blood about each of these sacrifices has become animated, gibbering mouthers that are slowly closing in. Joey's just popped off a shot at the closest gibbering mouther, and all of these mouths are just in random chaotic unison, all whispering that infernal for "Do you seek him?"
Okay. Well, I guess I will fire a shot off at the closest one.
All right,
16?
16's gonna hit.
Oh, only for 3, but
3 more damage.
and he's gonna start moving his way closer.
All right.
And then, nope, that's it.
All right. Corin Ironhand.
Do. We ain't got much to do except boot, scoot, and boogie.
Boots, Coot, and Boogie.
And I'm all out of boogie.
So I'm gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I'm gonna hold an attack if this gooby thing comes globbering at me. So I can
The
gobble.
thing starts gobbering towards you. Gets a little bit closer, but not quite there.
Oh,
However,
it's slower than me.
as it closes in, these whispering voices, just these incoherent whispers in this language some of you don't speak, this incessant drilling into your subconscious starts to subconsciously have some sort of a strange effect. Can I get a wisdom saving throw from Joey and Corin?
Wisdom save?
Big money,
Wisdom
big money.
save.
Damn it.
You got
DC
this.
is
Come
10.
on.
14.
Nice.
Corin, these voices find themselves almost drilling into your conscious mind, and you find yourself repeating these words, Tahafwikma, 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 as you're just gripping tightly to your weapon and holding your attack. Joey, you're able to push those voices past as you are looking up towards where Jimmy is running, and you're focusing on the task at hand. Jimmy, the figure that you are rapidly sprinting towards turns round where he stands, lifts both of his arms up in a very grandiose manner, as his form begins to grow slightly from this humanoid cultist. In these almost antlers start to split and crack from his skull as they grow outwards. Oh my goodness. Close the wrong tab. Ah! Son of a beast.
Oh no.
There. He begins to shift and groan as he reaches up, and like pulling away a veil at a wedding, he just reaches up and pulls his face away. And as he does so, 3 red glowing eyes are left looking at Jimmy as the Silent One looks bearing down on him as he's rapidly approaching. And you hear this lone voice, deeper than the others, Jimmy, and it seems as though the Silent One is whispering in your own mind, Tawigma. As these gibbering mouthers move a little bit closer, Jimmy Ratsbane, what would you like to do?
Jimmy holds up his net in one hand and his pitchfork in the other, and he clasps the meat of the palm of his hand into his ears and says, "The rats, they will not dissuade me
As
from the protection of this town."
You throw your arms up to try and block your ears, but these voices, this incessant gibbering, continues to incoherently rant around you. Can I get a wisdom save from you, please?
Precisely. And he'll say, "I can't hear you."
See no evil.
14.
See no
You
evil.
managed to
Hear
block
no
out
evil.
those
Speak
voices.
no evil.
You are speaking ill will towards me. And he'll move 15 feet, and he'll throw his left hand and throw a net over the Silent One. So that's an
a dex
attack
save
roll.
or an attack roll?
It's an attack roll for the net.
All right.
I'm going to use a goading attack, so I'm going to add a D8 to this. Or sorry, not a goading attack. It's a precision attack. 5 feet to that guy. So I get to add a D8 to the attack roll. 17 to hit the Silent One.
17 hits the Silent One with the net.
All right, sweet. That was worth it. I think.
got
I
him.
don't know. Maybe I caught the Silent.
You
I
got
caught
him.
the rat. I
That's
caught the
it.
rat.
Game over, baby.
This isn't Pokemon. What are you doing?
Nope, he's ours now. We're gonna trade.
On them all.
He is restrained until he uses an action to escape the net or do damage to the net or whatever. I don't have any other actions. That's it. He's got his pitchfork. He after he throws the net, he put his second hand onto the pitchfork. So he's got his pitchfork in two hand, and he is fucking standing next to the Silent One. That's his turn.
All right. Joey Fisher.
Can I do the shove thing like in Baldur's Gate? Shove this thing down this pit.
Yeet it off the map.
Certainly try.
Don't think it's gonna work. So
I did it to that Spider Queen. That was great.
Instead, I'm gonna move 20 feet to here, and take a swing with the halberd at the gibbering gibber.
All right.
19
19's gonna hit.
for 5 slashing damage.
You tear open another wound. More mouths continue whispering. It's a new wound.
Oh,
Its teeth grow out from the cut.
I'm gonna move 10 feet this way.
Right.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's the whole turn.
Heron Camrek.
Aaron is going to move full movement this way, and then fire another shot at this guy.
All right.
Or yeah, I'll just fire a shot.
This music
14?
is unsettling.
14's gonna hit.
I don't even have the music on, and I'm unsettled anyway.
7.
7 more damage to the gibbering mouther.
Heron's doing work. Woo!
One shot at a time. She'll save this world.
She will.
He'll save this world.
He will save this world.
Easy.
I went on the
So
whole
startled.
spectrum there. That was great.
Heron starts making his way closer towards Jimmy. Jimmy, the silent one looks down towards you, and with one taloned hand, he reaches forward to try and grab into one of your ribs like he did to Karen earlier.
It hurts, bro.
He has disadvantage because he's restrained.
That will drop it down to you. 17
Oh
Damn.
God!
Yep, that hits.
as he goes with the second strike. At
Parry?
disadvantage down to a 9 to hit.
The one hits.
So the one hit will be 12 points of slashing damage to you.
I live.
For his bonus action, you
No.
look up, shouting this expression, "I live!" and your eyes meet with his, and you feel this gaze lock with your own. And I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh God!
Okay. Jimmy Ratsbane is resolute in his fight with this eldritch horror. Nope. 8.
Oh, Jimmy, you feel that cold pang wash over your form, remembering the sight of this guy clawing his way out from the throat of that one woman, continuing to hear the Hoffwick Maud, Hoffwick Maud, Hoffwick Maud, not really getting any good sleep along these hours and days you've spent out in these woods searching for God only knows what, in this unhallowed nightmare of a forest, and you just feel your heart pounding impossibly fast, and you find yourself paralyzed at this moment in time.
Jimmy!
So you are effectively going to be paralyzed and frightened for right now.
Oh God! Jimmy's gonna die. Jimmy's
For his
gonna
bonus
crack
action.
corn.
As these
rat, I don't
gibbering
care.
mouthers start to close in. The one is going to get close enough to attack at Jimmy with a dirty 20 to hit on the first,
Oh God!
Yep.
Jimmy's dead.
or 16 points of piercing damage, Jimmy.
Doesn't that
I'm
crit?
unconscious and dying.
As one of these mouths bites onto Jimmy's leg and starts to pull him into this mass
It is a
of
critical.
mouths.
Ryan, did you critical?
No, it was a dirty 20.
No, it should have been a crit
No,
because
no.
he's paralyzed.
Any attack that hits the creature is a critical. So
Well, then
crit
let
that
me roll
shit.
some more dice.
I don't think you're gonna get above
Jimmy!
41 points of damage. You might. You did 16. What's the rest?
There's no modifier on it.
Oh
40
my
total.
God!
I am 1 point from dying. Literally 1 point from
1
dying.
point from permanent.
1 point from permadeath.
As this mouth
I'm at
bites
0.
hold of. You guys watch as this figure creeps up behind Jimmy as he starts to back away from the silent one. His whole body just tenses up. His arms drop down to his sides, and this mouth reaches up and just crushes through the bucket helmet that Jimmy wears and just clamps down on Jimmy,
Oh,
pulling him down to the floor, and starts to just pull him into this mass of the gibbering mouther.
Just you fucking wait. I'm gonna come and crit, and I'm gonna push this fucking guy into the pit. It's gonna happen.
After that, this gibbering mouther to the south is going to move 10 feet to there. We are going to get. Going to spit at Joey. Joey, can you roll me a dexterity save?
Those are not my best.
As this chemical
18, let's go!
is expelled from it, and you are able to
Joey.
dive over this expulsion with that core and iron hand.
Joey badass.
We're gonna run. Wait, can I? Yeah, boy, look at me dashing. I couldn't get the Jimmy if I tried.
Oh
It'd
no,
take me
here I go
full
dashing
range.
again.
Nope, I got 25 feet. I'm a whack.
Oh, Dungeon Master, I have a question.
Yes.
Do you want to start the drawer?
No, but I would like to use my reaction to attack this motherfucker because he came into my threatened range and I have my halberd.
Let's do it.
Polearm Master?
Full arm
Ooh.
master. And
Is that what you spent your feet on? I thought
yeah,
was
it
gonna
is.
bullshit.
Okay, I only got an 8. I missed. But
You are flanking with Corin.
well, not when he would have
Yeah,
moved
that-
into my threatened range.
Oh, gotcha.
But that was
Well,
my
it
next
depends
question.
on-
Does Corin
it
get
depends on
flanking with
cap.
me?
8 is one shy of what you need, but Corin would be flanking. Yes.
See, that's all I care about right there.
Because you are threatening it.
Yes, killed the one.
16 is going to hit
Killed
Corin
Trevor.
for 9 bludgeoning. As you swing this maul into a section of it, deflates almost like a balloon as this pustule just pops and pus begins running down the side of one of its mouths. Anything else you would like to do, Corin?
Keep chanting that prayer.
All right. Jimmy, can I get a death save, please?
Jimmy!
Jimmy is gonna pay homage to the rat god.
Divine intervention?
Yes, divine intervention as a level 0 cleric. Raxibord, I have hunted your kind. Let me live so I can hunt some more. That's a con save if I remember right.
It is a straight roll.
It's shit.
Yeah, you don't add anything to it.
Oh, shit.
No!
Jimmy feels his skull just being crushed by the jaws of this gibbering mouth.
Oh, Jimmy.
Jimmy don't care and she cracked over.
Jimmy, as the light starts to fade from your eyes, you watch as the pool of your own blood starts to seep off of this archway and drip down into the pool that this three-eyed silent one has been praying into, as more of these red runes begin to glow about the ring of this colossal pit.
He died?
And this
And this is
faint-
supposed to be a kid's movie.
I got one more. I'm good. I'm
You're
good.
bleeding into the ritual circle right now. Joey.
I don't like not winning.
I did the opposite of what I said I was gonna do. I said
You're about to be the sacrifice for the ritual.
I
There's one more
know.
person.
I can't just leave these guys with this thing. We're gonna halberd with advantage. 21
21 hits,
for 8 slashing damage.
8 more slashing.
You step closer to a bonus action. Hit it with the oh wait, that was the wrong 5-foot step. That's the right 5-foot step. Hit it with the butt of my weapon
With advantage.
Ooh,
for 6.
22.
And then I'm gonna take the attack of opportunity and start running towards Jimmy.
It is going to try and bite at you with an 18 to hit.
That hits.
You got hit points. You got it.
20 points of piercing damage.
Oh, shit.
Joey. And I need you to roll me a strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
I'd like to use my reaction to parry.
I think that works.
Should be good.
Technically speaking, you got the
That's
points for it, right?
That's not right. That was it. Didn't roll the right dice.
D6.
Well, it's
or
a
D8.
D20 plus your
It should be-
ability mod, right? That you rolled a 19, so whatever you rolled is going to be good.
Whenever. No, I'm supposed to roll my superiority die plus my dex mod. My superiority die
Add
is a
that to your AC or
D8.
something like that.
No. It reduces the
No.
damage.
Oh,
Reduce-
gotcha.
Yeah.
That
D8.
one.
Yeah. D8.
So I'm gonna reduce it by 5. So I take
So
15.
only 15 piercing.
Oh
I
God,
still need a strength save.
Okay, I can do that.
you got this. Come on, Nick. Oh no, Nick.
Joey swings his halberd down at this gibbering mouth,
Ah!
arcs the butt of the handle into it, goes for a flip, and feels his legs pull out from underneath him as one of these spiky maws has already found itself around his ankle and is pulling him back mid-jump as Joey falls to the floor in front of the gibbering mouth.
Well then, hold on. Fuck this shit. I'm gonna action surge.
I was gonna say,
Alright.
do you have a
No, I'm gonna fucking swing. I don't have disadvantage or anything for being prone, right?
Did we get action surge back?
Yeah.
After the short rest, yes.
Okay.
I didn't take a short rest. You all did.
Does an 11
The
hit?
party didn't short rest after that second fight. You short rested after the first.
I
fight.
didn't action surge in the second fight.
No, I did.
Right.
Yeah, I was
That's
the
why
only.
Nick still has his.
Yep.
Halberd, an 11 is going to hit.
7.
Odd.
7 more damage as this halberd slices into the mouth that is holding onto Joey's ankle. It just continues to deflate and just
Fucking go!
fart out like a whoopee cushion as it
Fucking-
deflates in front of
Fucking Joey.
Ah!
Hero of our story.
Oh my
Karen,
God.
what would you like to do?
That was terrifying.
I don't think you could get far enough to even heal if you had ability to heal. I don't think you can make it.
Oh,
Not if
Oh,
you
hold
keep
on.
rolling ones.
I'd roll like dog shit. Hey, that's my name. That's the name of my
Where's
game.
your rat god now?
He is.
so I can go
You have to get to.
60 feet.
Yeah, and
And
you
then-
can dash, and then you'd be
I'd
within
be within
healing word range. Yeah.
Oh, bonus action healing word range.
Yeah,
if you have it.
correct.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll dash.
That's good math in
feet.
summer. That's good math in.
Good math.
Usually I'm not good at it.
Well, it figures that during the horror story, Summer's on point. Like she's just like this is her
I
element.
love horror.
I-
Oh, it's so fun. So I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Jimmy.
Oh God.
Hey, you get
Six.
Max. Or Matt, yeah.
Jimmy lives.
Jimmy's not dead.
Jimmy's gonna die.
Probably, but he's
I'm
not
I think
dead
either
yet.
way,
I'm
Jimmy's gonna
prepared.
die.
As life is breathed back into Jimmy, the silent one takes his turn.
I don't like corn.
As he reaches up and just tears away this net that is wrapped around his person, making use of his turn to do so.
Yeah, he has to make a DC 10 strength check.
And an 18 is going to do it.
He does.
As these gibbering mouthers are going to continue just wallowing, Jimmy, go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, Brian.
You wanted to live.
That was good.
12 is good. As you're able to push past these voices, just the blood and the heart pounding in your ears, you're able to push that voice out as you realize just how close to the brink of death you were. Looking up, you see that figure in front of you is still definitely alive. Looking over the edge of this massive pit, you see your blood is spilling into it, and this ritual circle seems to be loving that. As these gibbering mouthers continue getting closer. Corin!
Down here, I just need one moment. This is an easy meme,
Actually-
and it's good. It's so good.
Actually, whoa.
Jimmy, that will provoke an attack of opportunity if you would like to take.
What provoked?
Them moving
Gibbering
away
mouther.
from you.
Moving away from you.
I put a
But then the ruse will definitely be up if you are still alive. So the choice is yours.
No. The gibbering mouthers can move on. I'm fine.
Corin,
Proceed with combat.
Jeremy?
I'm sorry.
Do
I
some
don't.
cool shit.
Watch
you
this.
dwarf.
You guys ready? I'm a dwarf.
Double move 50 feet. Action surge.
All right.
Action surge. Move another 25. Go for it.
Let's
I
move.
don't think he's got another action.
I don't know. I'm fucking red.
Well, I used one in the very first fight, but I haven't used another one. Oh,
You
wait.
got one? You got one.
Yeah, let's. Will I get there?
Save the children. Come on.
And whack. Let's roll that whackity whack whack. Why do I always hit them wrong? Where is my D&D Beyond? There it is.
Using your action surge to dash.
No, it just gives me another action.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So dashing up to him.
Yeah.
Dwarf charges these gibbering mouthers. Both of them approaching. That Jimmy. It looks as though Corin has successfully distracted these gibbering mouthers.
Wonderful.
The silent one has just torn your net away. Heron has just barely pulled you back to life. What would you like to do?
I would like to shove the silent one into the pit of despair.
Roll me an athletics check.
Yeah. All right. I can't make that with a weapon attack, I don't suppose. All right. I'm just gonna shoulder him into the pit and see if we can save these children. Let's fucking go, 23!
Oh, that's really good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Nice.
No, I don't like this.
Oh my god!
You
Move my
push
one!
into the silent one as you pull yourself up to your feet, throwing the full force of your body into him. You feel just the split second of surprise where he hasn't quite realized what's happened to him, and he's already too late to catch his balance. As his foot slips off of the back over the ledge, and he begins to fall towards that massive pit. His hands shoot out, and for his reaction, he's going to try and grapple you.
Okay.
Oh, this is good content.
So, Jimmy, roll me an athletics or acrobatics check against. That's not right.
Whoa, a 52?
Against a 52. Ooh, another 22 to beat.
Oh my god. I'm gonna
At
have
least
to
it's not
roll.
a 52.
I had to roll a natty 17 to beat, guys.
I believe in you.
You can do it.
Pray to the rat god.
Jimmy can do it.
Um,
Even Jimmy.
Yeah, exactly. Jeremy, or not Jeremy, Jimmy. Jimmy does the sigil for the rat god, and he prays for salvation.
What's the symbol for the rat god look like?
It's a middle finger as he goes down to the pit of despair. 16 athletics. I'm weak. I've just died, basically.
As Jimmy forces the silent one over the edge, his body's not able to react quick enough as he feels those talons grip into his forearms. And Jimmy begins to topple over the ledge with the silent one as the two of them just start to fall. Joey, you watch as the two of them
Jimmy!
go over the edge.
I hold on to the silent one tightly at this point, just making sure he doesn't do any dumb shit.
Joey, there's an instant pulsing, thrumming, humming. It's all sounds about this area are replaced by this almost hollow absence, this void of any sound. This great reverberation shakes the foundation of this structure from somewhere deep below the party as this massive hooked appendage whips up from this pit below and grips the far edge of this circle. A primal fear swells throughout you, and something deep within your primal self tells you to run. What would you like to do?
Sorry, y'all.
Maybe rethink that 30 feet. All the kids are
Run.
dead. All the kids are dead, right?
There looks to be a kid back around this ritual circle who has not been killed, but it looks as though Jimmy took that kid's place.
Which kid?
Back here.
I don't see where you're thinking.
Yeah, where are you pinging? Hold on. Maybe I
Back
need to
left.
zoom out.
Okay. We can theater
Oh,
the mind.
top
this
Top
time.
left? Top left? Okay.
This one?
Since we're way
It's
over.
Jenny. It's Jenny.
So there's one kid.
Jenny. Jenny got
There's
fucked.
the three kids. There's Baron, there's Catherine, and the kid with the weird name, like Aud or something like that.
Catherine.
Three kids
Catherine's
left
alive.
that
Catherine's
were
alive.
not yet put into the ritual.
But you got to go through 3 jabbering mouthers to get to Catherine. Are you a
As
hero
something
or a
from this
fisherman?
massive pit is starting to emerge. One of its colossal tentacled claws has just emerged and started to pull its body up from the depths of this dream plane.
Corin? Herod? Fuck! What do we do? Fuck! He's at least gonna run forward and try to help Heron.
All right.
Is that right? 45, yeah. So that's my action to stand, or half my movement to stand up, action, or 15 feet of movement, and then dash for 30 feet of movement, and that will be Joey's turn.
All right. Heron. You see this
Joey runs up next to
God
Heron
awakening in front of you.
says, "We need to get out of here."
Okay, so to clarify, because I still couldn't see where you were pinging, which kid is still alive?
This one in the back
There's
left.
supposed to be
Top
one at
left.
the bottom left circle.
There's supposed to be one here?
The girl.
Oh, here
yes.
at the entrance?
Yes.
Oh.
There's a
Oh,
chance to save
Is
someone.
there a kid there that's not dead?
There should be.
For us, it's just an empty circle.
There is. You do see a kid there.
Whoa, well that changes where my move goes, I think. So sorry. So I stand up, and there's a kid that's alive back here?
There he is.
Well, hey, look at that. That's within 45 feet. Joey is gonna run over to said child, scoop him up, and then yell at Heron, "We need to get out of here!" And that will be Joey's turn.
Heron. With that in mind, what would you like to do?
Heron is gonna use his full movement and his action to dash 60 feet. Because, you know, we know how to keep this thing in here. But we just don't know if all of us would be enough to do so. But he's at least gonna try.
You do know that those doors back there can be sealed by giving them life.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
That's his intention.
This is dark.
So he's gonna use his movement and his action to dash 60 feet.
All right.
Because you can't bonus action dash, can you?
Not
Not
unless
unless
you're a
you're-
rogue.
Yup.
I am not.
You know, we were joking
Corin.
about this being a paladin's like origin story, but like,
Right?
I wasn't joking.
Taking a holy crusade against
As-
the silent one?
Corin,
Corin, roll me a wisdom saving throw as these voices just begin to drill into your mind. As the two of them start to surround you. You're able to push past this incessant gibbering, this incoherent babbling, as their maws just start to shoot out as one mouth after another lunges. The dirty 20 on the first and the natural 1 on the second. Corin, the first bite will be 21 points of piercing damage as it bites onto your leg and holds tightly. Roll me a strength saving throw to see if Corin is knocked prone. DC is 10 as Corin is bitten by this gibbering mouther, takes 21 points of piercing damage as he's knocked prone across the way. Corin, what do you do?
Gonna spend half my movement to stand up, and as the whisperings are going on, he's just saying the prayer, he's gonna start screaming the prayer. As he takes a break to look at Joey and Heron and tell them, "Leave me and run! I'll keep him here as long as I can." And then he's gonna take a swing at the gibbering mouther.
All right. Describe it for us. Because that definitely hits.
The mouth that's reached out to get his foot, he's just gonna go down and try to smash that one.
Is going to cleave into it as you sever the connection where it has bitten hold of you, freeing yourself from its bite. So you continue to feel all these hundreds of mouths gnawing out at you. You're going to have to fight for your life. Jimmy,
Yes.
you feel yourself falling through the air as the silent one stops in his struggling. He just slowly lowers his arms like he's accepting this fall. He releases his grip upon you. Feel his talons leave your wrists as he just starts to free fall.
don't suppose you have a potion of flying there, Jimmy, do you?
No.
Looking deeper, you see this purple throbbing of the abyss rapidly approaching. This infinite vastness of stars surrounded by a strange chitinous mass of teeth, only to realize that the cosmos itself is the thing that you are approaching. You are staring directly into the true face of this long forgotten evil. Jimmy, roll me a sanity save.
Oh, fuck.
100%. I'm gonna go sheer force of will on this one. I'm gonna go Constitution. He wants to see if there's something he can do to influence the situation. 16.
You feel like, at the very least, you heard the shouts and the cries from above. You hear the members of your party fleeing. You hear Corin calling for the others to leave him, which means they're still alive. You heard Joey calling out to some of the kids, which means at least some survived. Seeing the silent one falling in front of you, you might not have any grappling hooks or ways out. But in the end, Jimmy Ratsbane is going out, taking out the fucking silent one. The lone protector, guardian, horror, abominable nightmare that was of the woods will be no more.
As one rat combines with many other rats, the lead rat becomes the Rat King. and controls all other rats in which they are combined with. And Jimmy's gonna try to pull the gibbering mouthers as he's combining with the silent one
That's
away
so
from
fucking
Corin,
sick.
so that way Corin can leave and bind
Yes!
them to this place.
I'd like to ask everyone else, how would you like to escape? As we draw the curtains on this.
Is Corin able to get away from the gibbers if Jimmy grabs them?
What's Jimmy using to try and grab him? While he's
Sure.
falling back up onto the platform that he just left.
The sheer force of his stupidity.
Pieces of the net.
Stupidity might not get you a good roll, but it's not anything physical that can do that.
You know what? I'm gonna say his heart. He loves his city. He's been protecting his city. I'm gonna say Constitution. His heart is the base of all of his power.
Jimmy, roll me an attack roll.
All right.
As you uncork this potion,
That was good!
who just left and popped back?
Okay, I'm back. My Discord took a poop. What happened?
A harpoon is being launched at the gibbering mouther. This trident with an alchemical rope stuck onto it has harpooned it. It has pulled it 5 feet away from where Corin is, so it can no longer take an attack of opportunity against him. And it is slowly being pulled towards this void where this forgotten god is pulling itself out. Corin, how would you like to escape?
I would like to take one final swing and have my prayers be answered. And I want to smite this guy, if you're okay with that.
Sure. Actually, what prayer do you speak?
I'm not going to try to pronounce it in Jorvish, but it's may the smith father guide my hammers so my strike hits true. May he bless my tools so my strike hits hard. May he bless my anvil with holy iron and steel so the sparks will drive away the darkness.
As Heron and Joey are making their way out from this facility, they notice that they are able to ascend through that silent, quiet hallway significantly faster. And you're back into that same cavern with the 6 large pillars, and you can see one of them ever so faintly glowing. The pillar that looks to depict all sorts of ancient dwarven craftsmen, and one with the striking resemblance of Corin standing resolute in his place. As Corin shouts out this word of prayer, the booming smite into his blade as his prayers loosed. Corin, roll me an attack roll against this gibbering mouther.
Come on, Corin.
As your blade is filled with this thunderous force.
Corin!
As your maul smashes into it, sending this ripple like a wave crashing back from you, knocking the gibbering mouther back 10 feet.
GTFO,
Giving
motherfucker!
you an opening.
The Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
As your maul continues to faintly glow with this radiant light, illuminating your way.
Oh, we're gonna take this gift that the gods and Jimmy have given me, and we're gonna waddle away as fast as we can.
This is
So
so
it's
dumb.
50 feet of turn of movement I have. But we're
Corin
trying to outrun the Eldritch
starts
Being.
making his way to the exit. Following shortly behind his allies Heron and Joey, who were escaping with the surviving children.
Okay, what do we do? Herod, what do we reckon we do?
Well, I mean the one way that we know that we can keep this being in here is to, well, sacrifice life to close the doors. But all those elephant bodies that we passed on the way in here, that's an immense amount of. Were those used to bring the person back or to
You
seal the
think
doors?
that many of those ancient
Originally.
elven sacrifices were used to originally seal this passage?
The
Yeah,
ghost
all
was
of them.
used to seal the body. Oh, wow.
We could seal this being in here if we sacrifice ourselves. I intend to do that.
If you can make it back to that
But
first
I don't think
gateway.
me alone could do it. But that's what I
Do
intend to do.
So I'm going to pass this
And he's
off to
gonna
you
leave-
guys.
Joey and keep bucking it towards the gate.
What?
So, Heron and Joey, how would you guys like to escape from the Nameless God's domain? Does Heron wait long enough for the chance of Corin escaping from those gibbering mouthers? Does she tell of her intentions to Joey?
Yeah, she
Cause
just
for
did.
sacrifice at that final door.
Like, so this kid is in no way, in no shape to get back home, right?
I mean, took you guys like a week to get here through some very rough woods.
Okay, Joey's gonna say to Heron, I think I gotta make sure this one gets home. Do you need me to do anything?
We can't risk the possibility that this thing could escape. Who's to say that you could even make it back through the forest to the village with an injured child?
I have to try, right? That's the whole reason we came out here in the first place. Wait, is that Corin?
Hobbling through the darkness, this faint glow about his maul, this bloody, broken dwarf with that cast iron pan starts waddling his way towards the exit.
What are you guys doing? You need to run.
It's strange. As you guys stare looking through this archway, it's almost like you see Corin approaching you in slow motion. And this incredible expanse behind Corin, almost like it's standing still. This impossible abomination of stars and teeth. This ever encroaching maw of the void closing in. Looking through this archway from the outside, you realize there's some sort of a time dilation upon passing through it. Causes things from the inside to pass by even slower. You think things move faster the further out of here they get. You see Corin's moving towards you. Hard to say for certain if he's moving faster than the nameless god approaching from behind him.
We have to hold the door for him. We have to give him a chance.
Aaron, what would you like to do?
If you truly think that it is best to go with this child, Joey, then do so, and I will wait for Heron. Oh, Corin, I'm Heron.
I'll wait for me.
I'll wait for.
All right, I'm out. Let's close it.
Joey will nod and run off into the woods with the kid.
Joey takes off. It's not too long afterwards before he loses sight of Heron behind him. With all manner of thoughts dancing across his mind. Corin, go ahead and roll me an athletics or acrobatics check. Do me a favor and whisper the result to the DM.
Oh no.
Oh my
I was so
God.
ready for it. I was so
Too
ready. I was
ready.
rolling
Jeremy.
before you finished asking.
Don't fuck it up.
It's so much better in the open, though.
Heron, as
Get it
Joey
out in the open.
carries the children back towards the town and he leaves the peripheral of your sight, you're left staring at this massive gate with all of those grotesques surrounding it. You look up at the figures of the elven protectors, the ghost that you met on the inside, as well as the figure standing opposite. You can almost faintly make out this third hole about his forehead. The female and male elves standing together in their eternal vigilance over these gates. What would you like to do? With Corin getting slowly closer.
What's like an estimate of how long it'll take for Corin to get out versus like the big bad god dude?
How fast do you think Heron bleeds? Corin looks to be about 30 seconds away. The god moving behind him is a little more difficult to judge based on the impossibility of its scale. It's like watching the horizon approach.
Oh gosh.
How would Heron like to seal this gate?
You got
What
this, Summer.
sacrifice
So
would she
okay.
offer? He offer. Sorry.
So here's a question then. Does the sacrifice have to be like a self-made sacrifice?
However you interpret it.
Only a rat can make such
he-
a sacrifice.
He's gonna. Oh,
Can
sorry,
I get
Jeremy.
can I get one phrase out?
What does Corin say?
Do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, Karen's gonna sacrifice himself then to close the gate.
So Terran finds himself in dire times to seal this gateway. It's told that life must be given. The more given, the more powerful the ward. With the warning to never venture forth through these doorways, with Corin's prayer answered, Heron finds his scimitar and seals this great gate and the nameless god inside. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
That was fucking awesome.
That was wild.
Oh, that was great.
I pondered for just a moment and just killing Joey and the kid, and then Heron himself.
Oh, that would have been so fucked up.
And then I also pondered letting Corn come through, kill him, and then Heron kill him. Well,
Getting
but
one more.
then who knows how long it? Who knows if there would have been enough time between Corn coming through and the old god coming? And what if Corn put up a fight?
Could you kill
There
Corin
is.
fast enough?
There's too many variables.
There
But
is
now
no
it's
logic
sealed.
with gods.
I love how many people like disappeared during this.
A lot of people died.
Oh man, that was wild, Ryan. I was scared there for a second. I was like, fuck.
So good.
That was great. That was
I
wild.
I knew my fate at the beginning of the session.
At one
Can-
point, like Joey's gonna be like camping with the kid, and Corin's gonna like catch up with him, and Joey's gonna be like, "What happened?" And he's gonna like fucking tell him, and he's, oh my god, we're just gonna have to spread the word of Heron's sacrifice and Jimmy's sacrifice, and who knows what happened to Sean.
No, Corn got trapped inside.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Corin got
that
trapped
as well.
inside. I thought he got out. Oh shit.
Yeah,
That's why Heron
No.
had you leave
Here-
before he sealed it.
Well,
Yeah.
Joey's just gonna have to
that's
tell.
why I was saying.
Oh my god. Joey's the only one that lived.
Yep.
Can
It's the quintessential adventurer's backstory. I was the only
It's
one.
the
of my-
Halloween tradition. We have one survivor.
I was the only
Yeah.
one that went. I survived last year too.
Exactly.
Can
A
Can
single
Corin's-
cranium rat crawls out from a rock somewhere and just makes its way to the town.
can Corin's soul end up in the forges of Moradin?
Nope.
And
Nope.
you'll find out next time.
Yo.
Oh,
Because
they're gonna-
Corin, you're not left alone inside of this space. As the figure of a tattooed elven woman redrifts back onto the
Oh
material
my
plane for a few
God.
moments as you and Loriak stand facing down this nameless god as he approaches. Joey finds, after several more weeks of travel, returning to the town, that several years' time has passed since they left. There seemed to be some sort of strange
damn.
time dilation inside of that crypt.
Some face shit when you went through that portal.
well,
Many of the townsfolk do seem gracious for the kids that do come back. What the happenings of that day's events left many people of the town, many hushed whispers and rumors about this to pass on. But effectively, you guys managed to negate these unspeakable horror from emerging onto the world.
Yay, we defeat the
And I
Eldritch
know-
Horror.
Far, far, far to the south, the people in the lands of Misthaven definitely be thankful for this if they knew about it.
Johnny, so Joey comes back to town and there's a little kid named Johnny who's going around stabbing rats with a fork. Starting the cycle
turns
again.
Thank you for running.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Ryan. That was so much
That was
fun.
so
That was great.
I got obscenely drunk and I was a rat worshiper and I had a lot of fun.
Killed the biggest rat of them all.
I was the brain at the end of the game.
Oh god.
There are no rats, there is only Zool.
Yeah.
Rachel messaged me. She might not be able to make it next Sunday either.
Oh.
Oh
It's
no.
okay.
She gets lost in a tavern.